Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at 5 paintball markers that were discontinued that we think shouldn't be. Markers that we missed, that we think they should come back because they were awesome. They're in no particular order, and unfortunately because they're discontinued, I don't actually physically have them to show you. So we'll just throw some pictures up there so you got something to look at that's not just my dumb face. So again, in no particular order, the Empire Sniper. And if you're familiar with that one, it's basically an autococker design, so pretty old design, but it was just super reliable, super durable, and just came with a lot of really nice features. If you've been playing paintball for a while, you probably know there's quite a few autococker designs out there. The Sniper, it just everything was really solid on it. It was all made of steel or Delrin or some other very solid material. So you could take it out into the woods and not worry about breaking it basically. It came with a lot of really nice features. It had a little internal air gauge on it. You could switch sides to it, had an on-off ASA, other things no doubt. Super quiet, super reliable, easy to maintain, not a big deal. Basically it was this high level performance, but not super high level price tag. And if you weren't the most experienced player in the world, you still had a fighting chance of keeping it up and running and stuff like that. So, you know, we miss it for that reason. We thought that was a really nice marker, and it'd be cool to see that come back. Moving on though, the next one is also another pump, and that would be the Spider Hammer 7. And this thing was rad. This thing was super, super cool. It was a pump that actually took magazines, and because of that, that means it was first strike compatible. So a pump that you could shoot first strikes out of, which is awesome. It was really, really nice and small. It didn't weigh much. They were actually really crazy affordable, super cheap. Not in the bad way, in the it's not gonna hurt your wallet, but it's also not gonna fall apart. And the other cool thing about them is that a lot of people use them as a basis for super custom mod jobs. So I've seen Hammer 7s out there that have been turned into really cool shotgun looking things, sniper rifles, all kinds of stuff. So I've seen people turn them into a bolt action. So you could do a lot of cool stuff with it because the actual body itself was really, really it was that big, super small, and again, reliable, durable, easy to maintain, just a really, really nice marker. And it was a shame when they discontinued it because they were rad. The next one is the X7 Phenom. And again, I don't know why they discontinued this thing. This thing was amazing. It was essentially an electro-pneumatic scenario marker, you know, not exactly milsim, but it looked like a real-ish gun, right? Some of the really, really cool parts about it, just like the other X7, the regular old X7, it came with the Cyclone feed, and Cyclone feeds are great. They are a great loader. They run off of air, not batteries, which is awesome, and they will feed as fast as you can shoot. So it was a really, really nice thing to actually come with the marker. On top of that, if you actually got the electronic version of the X7 Phenom, I love this feature. The fact is, it did take a battery for obviously to shoot full auto and stuff, but if your battery died, you could still switch it to semi and the marker still works. So if your battery dies, it's not just your marker stops shooting, you just got to switch to semi. And I think that's amazing. Obviously, it was a spool valve, so it was very efficient, very low pressure. You got a lot more shots off of a tank compared to the older X7, and they were also really, really easy to take apart and maintain. So again, better for people with less experience. You're gonna get really, really good performance, but not something super complicated that's really hard to maintain. So I thought they were great. I knew a lot of people that used them that thought they were great. They were real quiet, real efficient, and just easy to take care of, and then they got discontinued for whatever reason, so meh. Next one, a little bit different, and that would be the Ego. And the Ego, they're crazy popular, they're kind of infamously popular, and the reason for that is, as for an older marker, they were still really efficient, maybe not as much so as some of the stuff out right now, but still pretty efficient. But the big parts where they were just very, very, very simple and very, very reliable and easy to maintain. So it was a tournament level marker that essentially, if you had to field strip it in the middle of the game, you could. It was that simple, it was that easy to take care of. They were basically workhorses, and they were just quite efficient for the time and just reliable. You know, you just got performance that's not gonna crap out on you in the middle of a game, and that's always nice, right? everyone likes having something that does all the things until you have to fix it, and then you find out, oh, my marker is super complicated and maybe a lot harder to fix. So this wasn't like this. This was like, gave you the performance, but also if you had to fix it, not a big deal. And then the last thing that I want to mention on this list, which I'm sure probably none of you are expecting, MetaDyne launchers. I know I said markers on this list, but like, it's a marker, it shoots stuff, right? And MetaDyne launchers were insane. It was basically a semi-automatic tube that would fire whatever you put in the tube. The diameter was like that big around, and it will fire whatever you want it to. So like, it's basically a t-shirt cannon. If you've seen any t-shirt cannons at like a sporting event, that's basically what a MetaDyne launcher was. It just takes an air tank, it's got a trigger, it's semi-automatic, and it will fire anything that you put in that tube. So I've fired like big handfuls of paintballs out of them. I've fired smoke grenades out of them. I've fired all kinds of things. I've just shoved, you know, just a bunch of cotton gloves in one and shot them at people. Like Nerf rockets at scenario games, that's generally what they were used for. So like, if you've got a game with tanks and stuff like that, you get a bunch of Nerf rockets and a MetaDyne launcher, and now you have somebody who can take out that tank. So they were just really, really cool. Like, were they necessary? Absolutely not. But they were really, really cool, and they were just, I don't know, they were super fun, and I would like to see them come back because they're getting very, very hard to find nowadays, because like, there's not a lot of them out there, and you got to basically buy one used off of someone, and chances are they're not going to want to give it up because they're awesome. But yeah, that's our list. That's our like 5 markers that we think probably maybe shouldn't have been discontinued, or maybe like we just want them to come back, or maybe we just miss them a lot. But what do you guys think? Because we want to keep doing videos like this. Specifically, we want to start focusing on like more accessories like loaders, masks, and stuff like that. But we want to know your suggestions. Like, what do you guys think should come back, or maybe shouldn't have been discontinued? Like, what do you miss? Is there like a really cool loader or mask, or even just like a pod pack, anything? Like, what cool paintball accessories do you think like still have a market today and maybe shouldn't have been discontinued? Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe, do all that stuff, and as always, thanks for watching.